Hi and welcome to Access 2016 Pharmacist Management System. So this is the login system. So all you need to do is enter whatever your login details might be in there. Click on login. There we go. Okay, supposing you enter invalid details. There we go. And that's what happened. So let's enter correct login details again. There guys, then you can then go on to any of the forms that you need back in there, and you can move around within whatever forms you want. You can also exit if you want, or reset. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Access Development Environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now guys. Hi and welcome to Access tutorial of Pharmacist Management System. I'm going to start by clicking on blank. Let's give that a name. So enter pharmacist there, and I'm going to save it straight onto my document area. Let's click on create, and there we go. So what I'll do is let's save this table first. Let's double click on, let's go to view and give it a name. I'm going to call that doctor. Click on OK, and in here I'm going to call that doctor's reference number, and make that short. And the next is going to be doctor's NHS number. And let's get the doctor's first name, surname, medical center, name. I'm going to speed all of this up and get back to you guys. Okay guys, I've finished with the doctor and the doctor's table, and I've also speed up the whole process, okay, because you guys should be able to create that easily. And let's see, GP appointment. So that's the GP appointment as well. Then we have the patients as well, the patients there, followed by payment, and that's payment. Those are all the information that you guys need for the payment. Then pharmacies, there we go. Those are all the details that you all need. Okay, the next one I'm going to take care of, another one. I'll just call that a login system. So let's create another table. Okay, and we call that, let's call it a login. There we go. And inside the login system, I'm going to have date log, time log, then I have username, password there, and change this to, I'm just going to change it to that. So we change this to date and time. This one is going to be date and time as well. There we go. And right here you see where we have the default value. I'm going to make that time value equals now. There. And the other one, so let's go for the default value of this. It's going to be dates value. Date value equals now, which means I will only get the date, and this one I will only get the time. Okay, the other thing I'll do is, let's take off this, take the primary key off, and that is that. So I can close this, and let's go into create, and I would like to create a form, and the form I would like to start with exactly is a login. Okay, so let's right click and just select design view. Now I'm gonna get rid of this, select it all and just drag it that much. See, if I run it now, what you guys will see is, I think you've seen it anyway. So this is just the date and this is just the time, but there's something I left out here. I was meant to disable this. I really don't want that, so I'm going to close that. It's not saved, so no, I don't want to save it. So let's go back to the design view. Inside the design view, make sure this is selected and come right here. You see where it says show date picker? I'm going to say never. Select never. Repeat exactly the same thing for this. Let's select never, so the date picker will not appear. So save that. We can close this now and just maybe create a form here. Create a form. Where is it? There we go. You see the date picker is not, it's out of the way now. So let's right click and come to design view and just adjust it the way I want. The other thing I would like to do is to add a button. Okay, before I continue, let me correct this error in here. So what I'll do first is just get rid of this. I'm not gonna save it. Let's go straight into design view here and correct that. Then save that and let's come back in here and just create a new. Yep, that's fine. That's fine now. So what I intend to do is, I would like to hide all of these two components in there. So let's go into the design view, select both first and just reduce the size, just about that. I'll move this down a little bit. Let's select the form itself, come to, let's go to the properties, and inside the property come into event and let's select code builder. Okay, inside the code builder, there. I don't want to use details and details click. I'm gonna drop this down and just select form, and right here I need to select, let's go for form load. Yeah, there's form load anyway, not unactivate. Form load, let's say date underscore log dot visible. I'm going to make that false. Time underscore log dot visible, let's make that false as well. Right, so when I run, make sure it's saved. Oh, no name. Okay, let's just call it a log. That's fine. Now minimize that, right click up here, select view form. Just notice that's all gone. But one thing is, when you double click on this, you should still be able to see the time and date, that's fine. So before I continue, let's right click design view. I would now add buttons. Here I have a button. This one, there's going to be one button here, and this very button, I'm going to call it login. Come in near the caption, change the caption to login. That's fine. Now, and the name is going to be CMB login. That is fine. So let's see, maybe we can even copy that. Let's copy that very button, paste, and we have the second button there. Drag it down, and this is going to be called, let's call that CMB reset, and paste another one. We need one for exit, and that is going to be CMB exit. And let's change the content. That's exit, that's reset. Right. Okay, in here, okay, one other thing I like to do is, when the form load up, I would like to see the cursor flashing in here. So let's right click and go to design view, right click again, go to events, and in there what I'm going to do is, on form load, date, time, I want them not visible. Now username dot enable, I want that to be false as well. Then password dot enable, make that equals false. Right. And if there's any data in them, I want them set to, let's say, whatever data we have in here, just make them invisible. Clear whatever data we have and get rid of this. Yeah, get rid of this as well. Okay, so that is that. Okay, now if let's save first, minimize this, and right click, view the form. If you notice, it's now disabled. But what I want to try and achieve is, when I click on this login, if I click on login, that means I have the right password. No, I don't want that. Okay, I don't want that. Let me get rid of enable. Let me get rid of that. Come in here and there. So these two, get them commented out for now. And right in here, let's say username dot set focus. There. Save, minimize. Let's run that and see. There, we can see the focus there. Alright. Okay, let's right click on this and go back to the design view, and in here I'm going to change this. I want it to be lowercase. It looks silly. I thought I'd changed it before. Okay, we will change this in the name to that, source name as well. Change that. Right, let's go into the code and make sure it's all changed. Let's change that as well, and this. Right. Okay, Now let's go into the button itself. Save that first. Come in here, select this very first one, and event. Let's select the code and click code builder. Click on OK, and right in there. So right in there, I'm going to use the following. If username dot text equals, let's go for and password dot text equals 1 2 3 4, then close that. Then we want all of those other buttons, we want them enabled. Let me end this here. You see, something like whatever buttons I have, I want them all enabled. Let's say the doctor's button and so on. But let me go back in here. I should have created those buttons first. Okay, so every other thing I have in here will be dead center. Right, move this center, get rid of this for now. Move this in here, and I'm going to copy this, paste it right here. That's one button here, 2 3. So these following buttons, this one will be, let's change the properties around. This button is going to be known as CMB doc, and change the text content to doc. And this, let's say CMB GP, and in here that's going to be GP appointment. Then this next one will be for patient, and this is CMB patient. Right, so all of this, they will actually be disabled. So let's go into the form here, inside the form load. So it's going to be CMB doc dot enabled equals false. Then CMB GP dot enabled equals false. Now there's one more, and we have CMB patient dot, no, that's not the spelling. Let's see, dot, okay, let's check out the name. Oh, no name. CMB, let's call it patient. Right, might as well copy that. Back in here, right click and select build events, and right there, now we have the right name. Paste it there, dot enable equals false. So if all of this, if we get the login details right in here, I want all of these to become true. Right, let's copy that, paste that in here. Right, so that's all we want. So I'm going to save that. I'll come right down in here. So